Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Deadman 1010, and I'm going to be redoing the all treasure troves video because I didn't really go into full detail on it, so we're actually going to be finally taking a look at all of them in a bit more detail than I did on my phone. And now I've got all the equipment stuff, so it's a lot more different. You can hear me a lot more louder because I'm using a mic, so yeah, that will make things a lot more. That will make things a lot more easier without a shadow of a doubt. And furthermore, should be interesting because obviously that's going to make the series of Lay Batman 2 a bit more different. But most of all, of course, the entirety of the videos moving forward. So let's just wait for the things to load up. Harry, can you please go? You you may not be able to hear Harry, but he's being a bit of a nuisance right now. So here we are as Frodo and Sam. I'll just travel to a random area. Okay, there you go.
Can you be quiet? Show a bit of respect. Because Daniel's recording something. Show a bit of respect for him. Well, you won't get a bedtime snack. Forget it. No. You can go without. No, I'm going with it. Then be quiet.
Okay, I don't know why it's wanting me to zoom in, but whatever. Did I put it on daytime or nighttime? I can't really remember. I think I put it on night. Yeah, I was right. First try as well. I couldn't have gone any more better. So just wait for it to load, and then I'll show the entirety of the treasure troves in, of course, a bit more detail this time. Because obviously now we've got a lot more time on our side. And the time right now is 8:35, so we got a ton of time. So the first item is the mithril shovel. I didn't exactly read what that said. Mithril troil, something like that. So it's useful for digging things and whacking certain things, like people, for example. Case in point with this person there. I was going to try and whack Sam, but unfortunately I couldn't. Soup pot, which is funny. It's a bit weird. Golden carrot. So that's what it does. You can hit people with it, but it just looks cool because it's a golden carrot. I mean, like, you can't go wrong with it. Stop wand of Gandalf's, and I actually want to bring in Gandalf himself. And I told you guys when we actually did the treasure trove video for a second time that the DLC disappeared. I'll hunt them down later. But for the time being, let's switch into Gandalf the Grey because he's who we need for this. So there's what he looks like with the stop sign on, or not on, but in his hand. So you can literally whack people with it. House key, because, you know, in Lord of the Rings you gotta have a house key, because that's normal. Not really though, but I digress. Lego games have never been normal. And then we've got this kind of beaker cup looking thing. Don't really know what you call it. It's like a flask of some kind. I don't know. Fancy umbrella. which okay, which you can whack sound with. So yeah, chef's hat, and yeah, that's hilariously funny to have on somebody like Gandalf, but we could bring in somebody like Rosie and wear the chef hat here. We're on 5 minutes of the video. I was just checking, and here's what she looks like. She looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That actually suits her really, really well. Muddy armor, which isn't really that exciting. And then Urukai sword, a lot more exciting. Kind of. Although you see it on many of like the Urukais, and you get it with the character, so that's really just there so other people can use it. Artist hat, which is an interesting look for somebody like Rosie. Yeah, that's one of the most interesting looks I've ever seen for a character ever. Yeah, that's how you customize a character, alright, if you want to make it wacky. In this game, that is. Handprint armor or plating. I can't think what it was saying. Handprint bronze. Okay, it's supposed to be a handprint plating piece, which that's what it looks like. It's cool, I guess. And then we got skeleton key, which is cool. Too bad you can't turn people into a skeleton with it. That would have been cool. I mean, that would have been cool because I mean, like, it's what they did for the skeleton bow and the skeleton sword. I guess. Spoiler alert! If obviously you haven't checked out the other video that I did for it, which was a lot more quicker. This will be a lot more in depth. Here's the mallet thing. Don't even know what the heck it's called. Bard club. 30 odd cap. Something like that. Which looks pretty cool on Rosie here. And then sun hat. Even better. And that actually fits Rosie, to be fair. You know, being in Hobbiton and all that. So we found two hats that actually work for good old Rosie here. And then we got some flippers, which is cool. And the sun hat is also pretty funny. I'm not going to lie. I may as well give it its fair dues there. Mushroom crown piece, I guess. And you can also use Aragorn to get a trophy while putting this on. I think that's the only one that is kind of hidden here. So obviously I'm going to have to show you guys that at a later date, which I do not mind doing. Bubble horn or whatever, which blows bubbles out the horn, which is cool. And a bit ridiculous to wear on your character's head. This one is a cool one. Golden axe. This is cool. No, 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 no. We don't want to be losing that. So that's what that looks like. Toy snake, which is a lot more fitting for the one and only Rosie here. And then we've got luminous light, which is for glow in the dark bits in the game, which is kind of useful if you don't want to be Gandalf or whatever. And then we've got a quirrell, or a quirrell, that's it. And that's what it is. It's just a quirrell. Looks a lot more like a feather to me, which makes it a lot more funnier. And then okay, let me just read that again. Eloran Lotti. We're 90 minutes into the video. Sorry guys, I was checking something else entirely. My bad, guys. But anywho, so you just saw the kind of tune of that, and you can basically whack people with it, which is cool, I guess. Bit weird. Shining armor, which is cool, I guess. A little bit boring. And then we've got the bandages, kind of a fun one. Although it looks really, really weird on Rosie. But let me just show you what it would look like on a different character, like Sam. That's what it would look like usually. So it wouldn't look like that. Although it looks really, really funny. So that's what that looks like. And then we got Ogmer Rock, something like that, which is for all the fire bits where you have to set a fire. Instead of using Sam, you can just use her. So that's that. And then we got Lollipop, which is pretty cool, I guess. Bit odd, but I digress. Glowing shield, which is a bit of a cool one. I mean, like, the shield literally glows, which is kind of cool. Horse hoofs, which kind of makes your character go kind of fast, which I didn't know that really originally. So these kind of came as a surprise for me, so these are pretty cool to me. Because I mean, like, it gives you super speed pretty much. Which I mean, like, Lord of the Rings never really had. Compared to like Batman 2. And then, and all the other Speedster Lego games to follow. And then we've got Statue Hat. Except in Rosie's case, it doesn't get rid of her headpiece, so it looks kind of funny there. Yeah, that's too funny for school, that is. Then we've got Mithril not rope, rope, which looks pretty cool. So that's what that does. It accesses all the rope points, just like Sam would be able to. So that's useful. And then we've got the top hat, which looks really, really cool on Rosie here. And that's how that looks. Pretty cool. And then we got the Mithril stud hammer or mallet, which is one of my favorites because that just looks cool and just so awesome looking. Mithril fishing rod. So that's how that looks. And then we got the Mithril flute wand, something like that, where you can make fluting sounds with it, which is very, very, I can't even speak, funny. And then we got the musical boots to go along with that. Let me just show it a bit more there. Yeah, that's how that works. It looks really, really funny. Or rather, it sounds really, really funny. And then we got the climbing boots, which are a lot more useful because they're for like golem bits. So if you so we're on 14 minutes of the video, guys, but anyway, if you only had golem, then you would have to use golem for that. But if you had the climbing boots, then you could use any character for that just by wearing these, which is really, really useful. So here's the next object, and that's the carrot bow, which is cool. Except that, not that much. So here's how it works. So you can, I believe, supposedly have an arrow in your character, or at least a carrot in your character. But I'm struggling to do that here, guys. Aim normally, Rosie. No. Okay, this isn't really going too great. Okay, this really isn't going too well. Okay, let's just test it out on this guy. Well, I just shooted 2 arrows at the map stone. Why can I not try and get Ron to be shot at? No, didn't want to fight you. You see, every time when it ends up doing that, he ends up dying. There you go. So you can have a carrot in your other character's chest, which is kind of funny. So that's how that works. And then the mithril music horn, which is what that does. Yeah, that's what that does. Oh, I forgot that that's what it did. Yeah, you can do that. That's kind of funny. But anyway, that's what that does. Mithril shield is next, which is pretty cool. And then we've got the mithril tinder box, I think, which is a bit of a boring item, but you need that to get instability, which I guess makes this item all worth the while, I guess, in hindsight. And then we've got the headdress piece, which makes you look like a turkey, which is awesome. Yeah, that's what that looks like. Looks absolutely hilarious. Mithril gloves, which looks pretty cool. So that's what that looks like. Mithril pick war axe, which looks cool. So that's how that looks. And then we have the fire bow. And this is cool. Okay, I can't seem to shoot at him. But supposedly you could shoot fire at the other character and then burn him to death. But I can't seem to show it to you guys, because I'm terrible at aiming. I'm kind of trash at it, if you can obviously see. Okay, can I actually hit Sam at any point? That'd be really appreciative. Oh my god. Come on. Shoot it at Sam. Ah. Rosie, you're bad at aiming, fella. There you go. So you can burn the character to death, which is awesome. Or to death, which, like I said, is awesome. And then we got the boxing gloves, and now we can punch your character to death, or we can punch ours, the other player, that is. So that's just funny. Look at their expression after looking like nothing happened. That's funny. So that's that. Mithril teddy bear, which if you smack at the other character, it makes a squeaky noise, which is funny. And then the ice bow. 19 minutes, guys. And that's what that does. It freezes your other player, which is awesome. So that's how that works. The triple bow and arrow, as I like to call it, but I think it's actually called Mithril cluster bow. But I just call it the triple arrow because it shoots 3 arrows at the same time, which is freaking amazing. Except I can't show you against Sam here. There you go. So you can have at least 1 arrow in him, which is kind of funny. Too bad not 3. That would have been more funnier. And then we've got the rotten drumstick, which is what that sounds like and looks like. And then we got the wooden bucket, which is useful up until you get the unlimited one, which is the mithril one, which is a lot more useful in my opinion. So definitely try to get that one instead of that one. But still, fishing rod is up next, and that's all that does. So that way you can be any character and fish instead of being somebody like Gollum or Mary to fish stuff. Trophy shield, which looks cool because of how it looks like there. See it? Says that. Warg tooth or whatever, which just straight up looks like a sword, which is why I quite like this thing. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty cool item in my mind. And then Billy's riddling crop or whatever, and it's kind of like a thing that you use to train horses and all that, so that's kind of what that does. Skeleton bow, on the other hand, does this. I mean, does this. There you go. So you can have your character as a skeleton, which is kind of funny. So that's how that looks. And then we got the thing that I was just on about, the mithril bucket, which has unlimited amount of water, which is tremendously useful. And then we've got the springing boots, which is how that looks. Can jump up high, which is awesome. 22 minutes into the video, guys. And then we got the mithril hairbrush. So you can, well, we'll do it in a minute. You can brush your character's hair, which is awesome. So you can kind of give him Nightwing hair or something. So there's that. Come on, there you go. And then we got the, I believe, ice sword. So then you can ice people with it, which is awesome. And then we got Elrond sword, which is a bit boring, but still cool, I guess. So that's how that looks. Skeleton sword, which changes your character into a skeleton. Says Skeleton Sam again, which is funny. So there you go. Flower hat, which is awesome. Well, it's just because Harry was a bit of an idiot and I don't really want you going down the same path, so just doing. So, fisherman's cap. So that's what it looks like. It's a bit weird on Rosie, but the way it's meant to look, which will do it with the one and only Ron. I mean, not Ron. I've been watching too much Harry Potter today, but Sam. And that's what it looks like, and what it would look like. But anyway, RO helmet, and that's what that looks like. Pretty cool. So that was Lily that I was just talking to, but never mind. I think you guys probably didn't hear that. The goggles, which look cool. And then we've got kind of the golf club, the Libel or whatever it's called. We'll see what it's called. Labler, which is cool. You can beat people up with it, which is kind of funny. And then the Spider Faang, Faang, something like that, which is an interesting weapon, especially as I just killed Sam there. And here's the paintbrush. We're on 25 minutes of the video, guys. And you can basically colour your character or your other player in something like this. Red Sam! Which is awesome. That's just awesome stuff. And then we got the Mithril Disco ball thing, which it would have music, but I turned off the music just so copyright wouldn't be a factor. But I'm sure if you were doing this yourselves, not recorded, I'm sure you'll be able to find out what the music is. But it is a very, very fun song. Let me just leave it at that, because it's kind of devoted around the Lord of the Rings universe, sort of made into a song, that sort of thing. So pretty cool item indeed. And then we've got the Mithril Firework, which is even better, because it sets off fireworks, which is awesome. Because then bonfire night can actually come early. Oh, I'm aiming a bit badly on Ron. I mean, not. I was meant to say Sam, not Ron. Good lord. I'm supposed to be aiming at Sam. Why is it? Okay, there you go. So there you go. So that's how that works. So you just saw. And then the last row of things is the Mordor or whatever orc helmet, which looks really, really cool. And then we've got the kind of orc shield to go along with that, so that looks cool. And then we got the amber or whatever armor, which looks pretty cool. There it is, looking all stylish and all that. Is the one and only Rosie here. And then we've got where was it? Alchem armor, which looks cool because it's kind of skeleton-like, which I quite enjoy. Rubber duck, which is just hilarious. Yeah, that's really, really funny. But this is just even more funnier. We've got this thing, which is called, I believe, where is it? Where the heck am I? There I am. Mithril Conflict Tomb or Tome, something like that. And it makes you turn into a Christmas tree, which is so freaking cool. Because, I mean, like, that doesn't look suspicious. Oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah, that's one of the best items in here. Definitely my favorite item. And then this is a very, 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 very close second. This next one, the snowman hood, which looks awesome. That is very, very funny. And then we've got the rock hat, which looks pretty cool. And then, and also guys, if we could get to 20 likes on this video, that would be awesome. We've got the giant Enken crown, which looks cool because this kind of makes me think. This kind of makes me think of King of Kings, Triple H, and all that, which is which kind of makes this really, really cool in my mind. Definitely cool indeed. So that's that, and then we have what do we? Where is it? Oh yeah, the wooden armor, which is not really exciting. Pretty boring. And then we got a kind of cool one with the flaming hat, which has a fire on top of it, which is why it's cool. Or kind of cool. And then the final one is Palantor hat, which is way too oversized and just looks hilarious on any character. So that's that. and if you got Lord of the Rings at the time in 2012 for pre-order, then you would have gained access to a pre-order weapons pack, and that comes with stuff like an explosive cake. So that's just brilliant, but unfortunately I wasn't that lucky, but I digress. So that's really all I wanted to show here. Like, comment, subscribe. If we could get up to 20 likes and all that, that would be awesome. Share the videos, favorite the videos, and ciao guys.